YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. As always, a quick thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy day to check out the latest video. And you guys already know you're a part of the, best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. So we're all aware of the industrial uses for silver and how we use it in myriad applications. But there's one demand that's been going on for decades that is fairly close to outpacing and possibly surpassing industrial demand. And the funny thing about it is this: no one talks about it, and no one lets on how many ounces are being used up. This could have major ramifications for both silver supply and subsequent pricing. So what is it? Well, I'm getting ready to tell you. Now, all that being said, you know it.
Let's freaking roll it!
Alright, so we're all familiar with the main differences between gold and silver. I mean, one is rarer than the other, and gold is more of a monetary metal, and silver leans more toward being an industrial metal, meaning that it's used in everyday applications in our world, right? And you know the usual suspects for silver. It's being used for solar panels, batteries, electric vehicle batteries, medical, dental, touchscreens, yada, yada, yada. The list of uses for silver in industry is literally a mile long. And one thing we have to keep in mind for the United States, get this: we get more than 79% of our silver from imports, and average importing more than 6,500 million tons of silver on a yearly basis. 6,500 million tons of silver. And Mexico and Canada are the primary countries we buy from. So only 20-something% of this country's silver actually comes from, this country. And we know that silver is definitely a primary metal that drives industry. But there's one entity that's maybe using more silver than even the industrial sector, and that is... Yep, that's right, the military. And here's the thing: recent analysis suggests that military usage of silver may be substantially greater than any other industry category, and that includes electronics, solar panels, and investment demand combined. Now, this information brought to light by silver market experts kind of raises legit questions about the transparency of silver demand data and the potential impact on future silver prices. And we've always focused on industrial use as the driver for silver, but 4 U.S. government agencies, including the Department of Defense, Department of Energy, Department of the Interior, and the U.S. Geological Survey, have collectively stopped reporting their silver consumption since 1996. So that really keeps us in the dark as far as consumption numbers go. It could be absolutely massive or might not be anything of note, but history tells us that the military has a huge appetite for silver. And that appetite was well documented during the Manhattan Project, America's successful attempt at building the first operational nuclear weapon. And in complete secrecy, the United States removed, get this, 430 million ounces of silver from the West Point Bullion Depository to turn 1,000-ounce silver bars into cylindrical billets and wound them into magnetic coils. So what are the major uses for silver in the military? Well, here are just a few for you. Rockets and missiles, bombs and shells, fighter jets, tanks, subs, torpedoes, night vision, communications, radar, space and nuclear technology. It's an endless list. And as an example, it's been said that a Tomahawk missile contains anywhere from 300 to 500 ounces of silver, with an excruciating cost of a little more than $1 million per missile. Yep, it's expensive to blow stuff up these days. Now, the hidden military demand for silver could potentially outpace industrial applications as we progress through time and technology becomes even more advanced. And you also have escalating geopolitical tensions and potential conflicts that may drive that increase, making silver's role in military applications increasingly more significant. And this shift could have a substantial impact on the overall silver market, potentially influencing prices and supply dynamics. It's there, the potential's there. And now with Donald Trump taking over as the U.S. president in January, you know he won't hesitate to take military action as he deems fit, which could push the military's demand for silver even further.
And here we go.
So we're getting ready to close this video out, but most importantly to stackers could be this question: what are the implications for the silver market with this hidden demand for silver that nobody's talking about because the government isn't letting on how much they're using? Well, I'm not going to quote predictions or price, but the combination of significant military demand and heavy industrial applications could have potentially large implications for the silver market. Potentially. Emphasis on potentially. And these 4 factors are involved. Number 1, supply constraints. With substantial demand from both military and industrial sectors, the silver market might be tighter than we previously thought. Number 2, price potential. As awareness of total demand grows, it could drive silver prices higher. Maybe, maybe not. We're talking about silver. Number 3, geopolitical considerations. Silver strategy's importance in military and industrial applications may lead to increased government interest in securing supplies. Just depends what's going on in our world, right? And number 4, market transparency. Questions could arise about the accuracy and completeness of silver demand data. They're not saying anything, remember that. So looking ahead, the true strategic importance of silver in the military and industrial applications might just be a lot greater than publicly acknowledged, making it a critical resource for national security. Also, military demand, industrial demand, and investment sectors, and these could all have a big say in shaping the future of the silver market. Potentially, there's that word again, potentially, leading to a significant revaluation of this versatile and indispensable metal. But like everything else with silver, guys, we'll just have to take a wait and see approach because, let's face it, we've heard of potential price blowups for decades and decades. So with all of the info I've just given you, let's just remember to take everything we hear about silver with a grain of salt. Expect the unexpected while expecting nothing at all. That's just how silver rolls. All right. There you have it, folks. So there's the rarely talked about sector that's using silver to the extreme, and we really don't know how much. Potentially, the military's usage might be more than the industrial and investment sectors combined. But who knows? Who knows in the end? All we can do is continue to stack to the best of our abilities. Whatever comes after that will be here, whether we like it or not, right? Anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. You guys know I love going through them, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode, but in the meantime, ooh yeah, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I'll see you on Sunday. I am out. Sight of here. Peace, folks.
You still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Oh, yes. And what was that beginning, middle, and end part again?